Although it doesn't have some sort of phobia name, the fear of elevators is relatively common. But even if you're the bravest person in the world, consider yourself lucky if you've never been a part of some elevator prank. And what would be a better way to start this video than with the French prankster Remy Gallard? After he lost his job, Remy started to use his free time to run pranks on the public. He displays an outrageous style of humor, and it's not always pleasant for those who are included. Anyway, when it comes to his elevator pranks, they were all well accepted. We're trying to choose the best prank, but it's simply impossible. They're all hilarious. Now, these guys went in a slightly different direction. You're getting in the elevator after a long working day, everything is fine until suddenly the light goes off and the floor beneath you completely disappears. What would you do? Though some of these people were pretty calm, which is very surprising, and the sounds, well, that makes it even scarier. This prank is your worst nightmare. As in the previous one, the floor disappears, but literally disappears. Instead of doing something obvious, turning off the light or making some scary noises, these guys were really creative. They escort their victims into the elevator, but the second they step there, the floor is opening. And if that wasn't enough, people are sliding down on some really awful slime. Prepare your lawyers, as lawsuits are coming. This is not funny, nor interesting for these people. For us, well, for us it was a good show. Just watching this will give you goosebumps. Another elevator prank coming from Brazil. Okay, all you need for a good prank is a little girl, a doll, and a horror scenario. There you have it. One side of the elevator is actually a little door, so the girl can disappear when the light goes off. Then she would get in the elevator again and start screaming. As it wasn't enough the first time, did you imagine yourself in this situation? Not so brave, aren't you? If you thought that snakes in a plane is scary, then try spiders in an elevator. If you're scared of spiders, then don't get in the same elevator with a magician. We know that spiders aren't all deadly and can be quite decent things. But good lord, are they creepy. This is cruel but funny. The big hug in the end makes it all right. First things first, if you see somebody facing the wall like that, don't get in that elevator. That's rule number 1. The last case is priceless. The guy passed out and the nun for conjuring is calling an ambulance. You've never thought that you'll hear this sentence. He woke up and said, "I thought I saw the devil, man." That would be bad to be trapped in an elevator with someone trained to fight. The situation would have been the opposite. This is the funniest thing that you'll see today. This is literally the best fart prank ever made. That second guy and his expressions with the shot on the face are epic. But he should have hit that like and subscribe button just like you should if you haven't done so already. No, really, in all seriousness now, he should have known that you shouldn't stay behind somebody who holds his stomach. You know what's coming. 3, 2, 1, explosion. We're more than sure that you'll want to watch this again and again. We don't blame you. Most people can be divided into 2 groups, the ones that smile at these guys and the ones who look annoyed and can't wait to get out. Either way, it's an awkward situation. If you've had an angry, annoying, and downright dull day, these guys will definitely make you laugh and feel better. At one moment, he's telling his friends Jack to stop laughing because everybody left the elevator already. And that's what makes this prank perfect. Their laughter is actually real.
Hey, baby, chickens climbed up there on a cow!
Don't you want to ride on this? This is some crazy Willy Wonka flying elevator. You've never seen any prank like this before. It looks so real. This prank is harmless and doesn't affect the operations of the elevator, but if you take into mind the traumas they're getting, then it's even scarier than it looks. The guy in the end accepted his fate and started preparing for his last seconds on Earth. Would you call the police? Would you help him count the money? Or maybe you'll just continue your path. Juan's pranks are always amazing. His pranks are never rude, always funny, and put a smile on people's faces. The guy asked for $200, and the next, he began to stuff his bags with money. What a legend! Too bad it was fake money. This sarcasm of YouTube pranks has spread so much that if someone really falls, we'll walk away laughing thinking, "Ha, nice try." What would you do if you're riding in the elevator and suddenly everybody passes out? This is a perfect prank idea, and there you go. You have a harmless, amazing, hilarious prank. It's really interesting how most of the people are calm in this situation. Mannequins are creepy in general because they're supposed to look like a human, and they always leave us with feelings of uncertainty. We'll take these two and we leave the rest for the 4th floor. Come on people, don't fall on that. Even if that was true, better leave them alone to the 4th floor and use the stairs. We must admit that this idea was very creative and funny. Okay, so if falling all in the same second was scary, what do you think about this? That slight change in timing when falling over really made the difference and kept the people in a suspense. But imagine being the victim of this prank and falling along with them to confuse them. That would change the situation. The craziest thing about this prank is that you can't say with certainty who's the victim. What would you do if you ride on the elevator that turns into doom and gloom like this? This is what good makeup can do. Although don't make these kinds of pranks on the elderly people, or if you do so, call an ambulance in any case. Her voice was even more horrific than her appearance. This will remind you of the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror ride at Walt Disney World and Disneyland Paris. All aboard! Prepare for a long ride. How long until you give up? This is a brilliant idea. Just change the buttons and watch people lose their time for no reason. The first guy kept saying, "Alright, I'm done, I'm getting off," but a new person kept coming and he didn't leave. They try to keep you longer in the elevator so they can get extra money for parking. He's got a point, but unfortunately, the reason is different. This is insane. This prank shows that people really need to pay attention to their surroundings. He was plenty freaky without dropping his head, just realistic enough to be believable, at least as far as facial features go. So horrifying, especially when the victim is trapped on a tight spot like an elevator. Oh, have a mercy people, not in the elevator. Even though everyone's initial reaction is to start hilariously laughing, we know how they feel. Imagine if it got stuck and you had to sit through it for like an hour or two. You'll be covering your nose while watching this video. This would have been way funnier had they pushed the wrong buttons and made the passengers ride longer or stopped the elevator altogether.
It kind of smells in here. God.
Oh my god. Ooh, it's like your shoes. I don't have any.
You won't stop laughing after this. This guy hid behind elevator doors dressed as a zombie waiting for the right moment to pop out. Is there even a right moment for that? These elevator pranks are funny just because they're unexpected. Very few are really aware of their surroundings, so it's not that hard to surprise people with an idea like this. Anyway, there should be some boundaries. Not everyone takes the joke in the same way.